Welcome back to another long-awaited yellow sticker haul video. So it's been a while since I've had a decent size haul worthy of a video. So today in Tesco's, just getting a few bits in our normal shopping. Let's go through how they usually work. Different places are different, of course. So there will be two in my local, which is a big Tesco Express. There's two areas for fresh fruit and vegetables. There'll be one for fresh meat. There'll be one for like chilled foods. And there's another one around the corner which is like chilled foods. It's also desserts, that kind of stuff, milk, cream. So there's potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reduced shelves. Then there's an ambient one at the back, which is like damaged packaging, dry products. Then there'll be one at the very back, which is bakery. Sometimes it's on a trolley. I looked at the usual ones. This is around 11, between 11 and 12 in the daytime, Saturday morning. So the prices shouldn't be like 75% off. They shouldn't be 50% off. They're probably like 30% off the original price, most likely. But for some reason, the bakery stuff seemed to have been 75% off, which was unheard of, really, for that time of day. So I looked at the section, and there was like 3 loaves of bread on there. And I was thinking, how disappointing is this? So I walked away, caught up with my parents as we did our shopping. And then Dad said that the guy with the trolley was coming along. So he came along and dumped a load of stuff onto the reduced bread, cake, etc. stand. Nobody hardly around at this time. Or nobody looking. So I took a look, and good thing, a right place, right time there. The chilled section wasn't nowhere near like them prices. So this really was an unusual situation for them to have reduced it so down at that time of day. Anyway, it's got some buttermilk pancakes. These were 44p instead of 1.75. They had absolutely tons of these. Absolutely tons of them. Also had maple syrup ones. I've got 6 packs of pancakes. These freeze really well, so just put them in the freezer. They freeze really well. They come out and they're not soggy at all. There's 1 pack of these summer ones. Summer edition. It's not even summer, so shouldn't has this been like in the back of the freezer somewhere? Because it feels like it should be spring then summer. Anyway, this is like strawberry, vanilla and chocolate. So these were also 44p. So only got one of those because they only had one. Since it was lunchtime, we did have one of these in the car. We keep like some chilled coffees in the car for when we're out and we kind of need something. So they had a bun. This was 35p instead of £1.40. So got 2 of those. One we already ate. St. Clement's hot cross buns, 25p instead of £1. They were never £1. They were definitely more than £1. So they were reduced and probably reduced again. I think they were at least £2 before. I had loads of these as well. These seem like they'd be really nice. These buttermilk rolls, they are new. They were 46p instead of 1.85. They say they're actually new. There's a new range that has gherkin in it. So I'm really in. They look really soft. So one of those. Actually have a pack of pancakes there. Some cheese top rolls. These were 40p instead of £1.60. So that's a pretty good deal. And also at the bottom, there was a caterpillar cake. See, when I was growing up, I never had a caterpillar cake for my birthday because my mum always made my cakes. I did have my grandparents bought me a Bart Simpson birthday cake for my birthday once. I've never been a liker of kind of really ready-made cakes with the kind of icing and the jam and the fondant that were already pre-made. So I never was keen on those. So probably all my cakes were kind of homemade because that's what I liked. But you know what? I couldn't leave Slinky here. Look, he's kind of sad looking, and he shouldn't be sad. Anyway, this was £2.25 instead of £9. So Mum's like, "Why do you want to buy that for?" Since I do bake, but Slinky came with us. So that was the only caterpillar cake. They still had loads of pancakes. They had loads of focaccia and loads of other Scotch pancakes. Not so much bread, so there was still plenty for other people to buy. So on the ambient section, that's just around the corner, they had a load of dates. I'm guessing these would have been for Ramadan and for Eid. So they had these. I've never really been a lover of dates, but I bought some at Christmas, some Majul dates. And actually, I don't mind them. I can't eat marzipan because I can't eat almonds. But these other ones with pecans and orange I can eat. So these were £1.75. It says they were a £5, but on the bill it actually comes as £10. So these were £10 each. I got the only two they had of those. I did buy some of these before and all. So they're like flavoured dates. So we'll see. This is sour watermelon. Look, this was 53p. They also have fizzy bottles. They were 38p. I'm not sure why different flavours were different monies. That's sour cola. That was 53p. And this strawberry milkshake one, which was also 53p. That was the only few they had of those. Pièce de résistance here though is this mince. So mincemeat has got really expensive. Like I used to get it frozen in Iceland and other places, and I think it was like three bags for a £5 or £6. And this was reduced. This was reduced to £2.08. It says it was only £3.25. It looks like it should be much more than that, because I've seen in Lidl they're like £5.25 something for a similar type of size. It is 20%, which means it probably will shrink quite a bit. But to make a shepherd's pie or something like that, or something with mince, you need 2 trays. So, you know, if there were like £5-6 each, it's like £11 to make a shepherd's pie. So there was £2.08. I thought a good chance to get some. They had quite a few, so I bought 6. They probably had about the same left again, so I left the other ones. So, but I still don't know how it's £3.75. Perhaps that is just the price of it in there. I don't know, that still seems like it's low compared to what I've seen. So I wasn't expecting Mum saying, "Where are we going to put it? Where's it going to go?" And I said, "Well, forget about that." Because we have a few freezers, we'll have to manipulate them. They're always full of this kind of stuff. But this is all kind of ambient stuff, so this can last a little bit longer. The mince will have to go away anyway. But I'll make a shepherd's pie tomorrow, so 2 of those will be gone. And they'll be well stocked up for the future. So you never know when a Yellowsticker shop is coming your way. A lot of it is right place, right time, which is, you can't really teach that. You can't really teach that way of just being at the right place at the right time. If you know what times they kind of reduce, you can go around that time. It doesn't guarantee you anything. Just that you'll be there at the right time and to join the people fighting for things or just grabbing them and walking away. I've been there, done that. I could actually make a video talking about that. About all the stories of Tesco's and Asda. Late night shops with people chasing after the man with the trolley and whatnot. But that's for another video. So thanks for tuning in for this video. I've got an Easter egg haul to record just in a sec, so I'll be doing that shortly. So check out the other videos on the playlist. I've got a Yellowsticker shop playlist. There's a few videos up there because most of my shops I just photograph because they're not massive ones. They're kind of a few items, and I put them on my Insta, which is Adam Pastry Guy, if you want to check that out. Got quite a few Yellowsticker pictures up there, but bigger hauls like this and a little bit of a story, then I do record. So there's a few to check out there, and there's also some Too Good To Go boxes, mostly all centered around travel, money saving, and food. So if you like those kind of things, subscribe, join me on this journey, watch these videos, leave a comment. What's your best ever haul? I've been lucky to have quite a few, so, and it is kind of an addiction in a way, you know, addicted to kind of getting bargains and stuff, and that's how a lot of people start out with it, but I enjoy it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.